Hello friends, this is Webster from My Therapy Garden. We're playing the dirt, we have to take away the hurt. Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons for growing daffodils. The reason I love growing daffodils. Backstory, I used to love, well I still do, I love tulips. Love growing tulips, love seeing tulips. But every year I have to fight with the squirrels to get some tulips. I plant them, they come up looking good, but by summer the squirrels will come and eat all the tulips bulb. So the next year I have to replant. So I have to find an alternative. That alternative for me is daffodils. So the first reason for growing daffodils is that they're squirrel resistant. Not just squirrel, but if you have deer, these are deer resistant. The reason being, daffodils are in the onion family. So the squirrels and the deers, they don't like the taste or the smell of daffodils. So when they're in the ground, if they stumble upon a daffodil, they'll back off. They don't like the smell, they don't like the taste. So, knowing that, a trick I also use is to put some onion and garlic in my daffodil bed. That will further keep them out. So the first reason is that daffodils are squirrel and deer resistant. And as we walk along the conifer garden here, we have the daffodils at the top. In the middle here, we have more daffodils. So this leads me to the second reason. Daffodils come in different color, petal count, like doubles or single, shape and sizes. Now all my daffodils here, I got at Breck's. So if you like the daffodils that you see in this video, you can also get them at Breck's, at Breck_bulbs, or just brecksbulbs.com. So we talk about tulips, which have different colors. Daffodils also have different colors. As you can see, we have double daffodils in a light pink and then a darker pink, or you might say white and pink. Now you have the doubles again, just white. Different size. We have these small yellow ones, which each stalk have 2 or 3. We have a lighter single flower, light pink. We also have yellow, which is double flower. As we have this yellow one here, double flower. We also have bicolored daffodils. You get that orange and yellow. And of course, you know, we have pure white and pure yellow. And now we also have green daffodils. I don't have any in my garden at this time, but of course I have to get some for next year. Get some green daffodils, because I'm going crazy with daffodils. And there are different names for these daffodils. I'd have to try to find the tags and give you the names, but there are so many. And sometimes the daffodils I get come in a mixture, which just say 2 months flower power for 2 months of daffodil. so they don't actually give you the names of all of it. So you'll have daffodils coming up from early spring, or I should say late winter, all the way through mid to late spring. My next reason for growing daffodils and just loving them is that daffodils can naturalize. Daffodils can naturalize. What that means is that the daffodils will come back year after year. And just to contrast that with tulips again, where if you plant a tulip bulb, the tulip for the first year would come up nice and big. But by the second year, if they're not eaten by the squirrel, the tulips will come up smaller. And for each year that pass, that tulip is going to be smaller and smaller. And by the third to the fourth year, you won't have any tulips. But with daffodils, they naturalize. That means that bulb will split and you'll have many stalks coming from the same bulb. And as the years go by, that bulb keep multiplying and sending up more and more daffodils. And the daffodil flower won't lose their potency. They won't lose their vigor. They'll come up looking stronger and stronger each year. So the daffodils tend to naturalize as long as you're in a suitable environment. They'll get flower power year after year. My next reason is that daffodils are my birth month flower. Daffodils are my birth month flower. And we're here in the Long Pollinators Garden. And if you follow me for any time, the Long Pollinators Garden here, I started out with lots of tulips. Lots of tulips. And as you can see, we have very few tulips scattered about now. Very few tulips. But we have lots of daffodils still. Most of them are now spent. But the Long Pollinators Garden still have lots of daffodils. And while we're on it, if you grow daffodils, and once the flowers are gone, you'll find that they have seed heads. Okay? So all you have to do is just pluck that off. We don't need to cut down our daffodils, and this is true for all bulbs. Do not cut down the flower at this time. Just pluck the seed pods off, because you don't want the plant to send energy into the seeds. You want to send energy into the bulbs so you can get bigger bulbs and the bulbs to multiply. And unless your hybridizer, let's see if I open this. Unless your hybridizer growing daffodils, as we see the pod there, we have seeds, then you don't need these seeds. Because to grow these seeds, dry these seeds, plant these seeds, it's going to take about 5 years before they will ever flower. So unless you're an hybridizer, just go ahead, pluck the seed head off, and just leave the plant to work on sending all that energy into the bulb. So that's the hardest work you'll have to do with a daffodil. Again, I love daffodils because they're the flower of March. My birthday is in the month of March, and that's the flower for people who were born in March. My birth month flower. Now my fifth reason is that daffodils make gardening easy. Daffodils make gardening easy. All we have to do is dig a hole about 6 inches, put that bulb in, preferably in fall, so you can get that winter chill. And by spring, you'll have a flower. You don't have to do anything else for that daffodil. You leave that daffodil in place, and year after year, that daffodil will multiply and come back. You'll get more flower through naturalization of that plant. You'll get more flower. So it's one of those plants that you can just set it and forget it. You plant that daffodil bulb, and then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It will take care of itself. So now you can see why I just love daffodils. And again, just to recap, I love daffodils because they're deer and squirrel resistant. They come in different color, petal count, that means double or single. They come in different size, and they come in different shapes. Daffodils naturalize. That means they'll multiply, come back bigger and stronger year after year. I love daffodils because they're my birth month flower. Born in March, daffodil is the birth month flower for March. And of course, daffodil is easy to grow. You plant them in the garden, and then that's it. They just keep coming back year after year. So that's my 5 reasons for growing daffodils and for just loving daffodils. And as time goes by, I'll be getting more and more daffodils as the squirrels keep on taking out the few tulips that I have left. Okay guys, if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are released. Question, comment, drop a line down below. And of course, always share this video and others on your social media platform, because that's one way we can help the channel to grow. Now from my garden to yours, this is Webster from My Therapy Garden. We're playing in the dirt to help me to take away the hurt. Have a great day, guys. God bless. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.